Hi, my good friends. I hope you've had a brilliant start to the year. But as Einstein always used to say, and I've said this to you many times, the sure sign of insanity is doing the same things year in and year out, but expecting different results. So this year, I want you to get into the habit of doing the things successful people do. They say the way we think, the way we talk, the way we activate ourselves, 95% is done by habit. And once you get a habit, it's a new groove in the brain. So you're at the fork in the road. You've either got bad habits or good habits, but either way it's a habit and you carry on doing it. So here is one habit I want you to do for 21 days, just for yourself and your family. If you can do it for 21 days, it'll put a neural groove in the brain, and like Pavlov's dog, it'll go ding ding, and the dog expects food every time it hears the bell. But every time you wake up in the morning, it'll go ding ding, and you are going to do a thing that successful people, multimillionaires, people with balanced life do every single morning. So this is the habit. I want you, as soon as you wake up in the morning, don't get out of bed and get a coffee and look at the television and you're late. You've got to go to bed early and get up early. And this is the habit that will change your life forever. If you wake up in the morning, have a pen and paper next to your bed, and I want you to pick it up for 21 days. That'll form a habit, and you'll always do it for the rest of your life. 21 days, and you will groove. And write your written goals down. Now, what are your goals this year? If you haven't wrote them down this year, you're going to walk around in a mental fog for the rest of the year. The conscious mind gives a command to the subconscious mind. But if you write your goals down, the conscious mind is saying to the subconscious mind, make sure these goals come into the reality. So what are your goals? What are your family goals for 2020? Have you wrote them down? What are your career goals? Have you wrote them down? What are your financial goals? Have you wrote them down? Please, what are your health goals? Have you wrote them down? And of course, what are your business goals? You've got to write them down. You've got to get in the habit, and it's not easy because we all make excuses. Oh, I'm too tired, I'm late for work. But you've got to do it. If you want to be successful and support your family and earn more money and have a healthy body, you've got to do it. You've got to, as soon as you wake up in the morning, and I tell you, once you write these goals down, even if it's just 10 goals, write them down kinesthetically, you visualize them, and auditory, you're speaking them. You get more energy, you get more enthusiasm, and you increase the law of attraction. But most people can't do it. They make excuses. I can't do this, I can't do that, and that's why they always fail. I want this year to be a fantastic year for you, and I promise you, I've done this exercise with many thousands of people throughout the world, and they've come back to me after the 6 months, 9 months, a year, and said, John, I've achieved 80% of those goals I wrote down. So please do the things successful people do. Don't do the things that failures do. And I promise you, you'll be more enthusiastic, you'll be more focused, you use your time, and then I want you to plan the activities you've got to engage in to achieve those goals. It'll give you some focus in life, and time you get out of bed, you'll be motivated, you'll be inspired, and you're gonna have a great day. So 95% of things we say, do, and achieve is all come from habits. But they say 90% of the population in the UK have got bad habits. They get into the neural groove and they've got bad habits. If you can do that for John Haynes, just write 10 goals down every single morning for 21 days, then the neural groove in the brain, then you've got a habit and you can't stop yourself. So come on, if we're going to have a good 2020, write those goals down and plan the activities. And I promise you, you're using your mental powers, you're using 100 billion brain cells, and I've got full confidence you're going to do it. Let me know how you're getting on. In 3 weeks' time, I promise you, one or two of you will phone me up and say, John, I've achieved this goal, I've achieved this, I'm more focused, I'm more pleased with myself, I've got more, and it works. So come on, let's make 2020 the most successful year ever. And all of us were gonna fly with those special eagles because they write the goals down. Thank you.